This is the sand road into the property. It's 1.9 miles from paved road. So 1.9 miles of sand road to get to here. We're at the end of a cul-de-sac. There's two properties that are empty. I've been clearing this right here. This was all pretty dense. Looked something like that. Starting to open it up. So I guess I'm going to make this the entrance. That's what I've been using. Take a walk back, just a little tour of the property. So again, all this was dense brush. I've cleared it with a brush hog. There's the neighbor. It's an abandoned double wide. Next to it is an abandoned burned single wide. You can't see it from here. So this is heading off the north corner of the property where there's a small pond. There's a small pond right here right now. Apparently big fire back here years ago, so they brought, I'm assuming the fire department came in and scooped fire trails and fire breaks in. So where they scooped the sand away and mounded it up, then we have puddles. We just have to level it off. So at some point I'll rent a bobcat and smooth all that off. I also have to knock down a lot of this palm out here. So I'm pretty much going along the north border. Let's see where I came from back there. So I cut this little trail in close to the border. There's actually a little bit more to my right, but it's all that little palm plant that the brush hog doesn't go through very well. So either I take it out by hand with chainsaw, or maybe a bobcat can do it, I don't know. So now we're in the very northern tip of the property. Comes to a point. And I'll show you the small pond. The one edge of the pond actually borders the neighbor's property. That little road leads to the neighbor's property. So now, the north corner of the property here, I believe that appears to be a property marker. And here's the pond. It's pretty small. Like to make it bigger. And just to behind me is the, I think it's called the Flagler Trail. It's part of the Seminole County Trail Systems. I'll walk down there in a minute. So there we just walked the north edge of the border. Now I'm basically walking down along the west side that borders that trail, that nature trail. I'll show that to you. So there's every kind of animal back here: turkey, deer. Somebody poaches deer around here. Bear, bobcat, wild hogs, rattlesnakes, pygmy rattlesnakes. I cleared all this area here. I'm probably a little over 3 acres out of 5 cleared, or at least started to clear. There's still plenty of work to do. There's a gun range not too far from here. You can hear them shooting pretty consistently. So here is the nature trail that runs the whole length of the west side of the property. We'll just walk out to the trail here. So that's looking north on the trail. So again, a public nature trail. People bring their horses back here, and even four-wheelers and dirt bikes occasionally. 2.5 miles in that direction and you run into the St. Johns River. And there's the trail to the south. So here is an entrance that was made, again, I assume by the fire company when there was a fire went through here in '95 or something like that. There's been more than one fire, but there was a big one. And I think that they came in here and scooped this out to try to control the fire. Like I said, I just have to level it out. So this is a road that really shouldn't be here that joins the trail. And that road connects all the way to the entrance over there at the cul-de-sac. A garbage pile, one of 3. They're pretty small. It won't take much to clean them up. So, fortunately, not too many people have dumped anything out here. So I'm now walking toward the center of the property. And again, this was all dense brush. For the most part, you couldn't walk through it. Most of it is that scrappy looking stuff right there. I think Cindy told me it's called inkberry. So right now, this is pretty much the center of the property. We have a little rain awning set up. Cindy burns everything that can't be chopped up by the brush hog there in my burn can. That's the brush hog. So 24 inches at a time. So now I'm going to head down to the southeast corner. So again, I'm right about in the center of the property. I'll give you an overall view around the property. Some nice pines. It's covered with young pines. That's the direction of the pond. That's the direction of the entrance. And again, I'm going to head over to the southeast corner. So what you're looking at right there is pretty much what I'm chopping through with that brush hog. It's dense. It's been a couple weeks since I've made my way back to the southeast corner, but I think this connects here. Remnants of the trees that burned in '95. You see that all over the property. I believe it was all pines. It's got some good sized palms. So I'm getting pretty close to the east side that borders the, that's just a buzzard. There are some couple of bald eagles that are pretty frequently flying over while we're out here working. So the east side is where Sutton Trail, the road in here, comes from, or is. So that's it right there. I've cleared right to the edge. If you look up and over there, you can see the power line. That's the road in, so I'm leaving a little brush barrier to the road. So kind of like my private fence. So now I'm walking right along the side of the property where the road is. So the other day, Cindy and I were out here and a family of turkey walked through while we were having a little lunch break. So the southern half is what I've been working on lately. That's going to be a little while for me. So right here, right through there is Sutton Trail. That's the road. I'm almost to the property line. That's back in there a little bit. So I'm going to clear all that, some of the neighbor's brush as well, just to create a fire break and to be able to more clearly see the property line. So then if I head west toward the nature trail down here along the southern border of the property, but I haven't connected it real well yet. As you can see, I've been kind of crisscrossing through here just to try to be as efficient as I can. So right now I think I'm right on the property line. So without being able to get a line of sight, I'm not sure. I could be in the neighbor's property, or it could all be mine right here. I'm not 100% sure. Within a few feet. So pretty much walking straight across to the other border, maybe. I don't know. Could be taking a bad trail here. Yeah, I think I am. I have to try to take a easier path. Okay. I got lost. So back in to the main part of the area I cleared. All right, now again we're headed straight over to the nature trail. So south of center, you can see a piece of the tarp that I set up. Now this is definitely, I've been clearing this the last couple times out. This is definitely part of the southern area. So cleared that chunk out. Yeah, and I've got all those stinking palms, whatever they are, to clear. Still making my way over. All right, just about there. Okay, over here is about pretty close to the halfway mark. I might be a little bit south of the halfway mark here. So you can see, I think you can see the nature trail over there. So that's facing north on the property. Pond's way up there, quite a ways. And then this is facing south, paralleling the trail to the right. So the same thing, I'm going to clear, they have a ditch there. That's the sand that they pulled up for the trail. And then it leaves a little ditch on either side. We've been getting some rain, so the ditch has water in it. Again, headed south for the southwest corner of the property. Again, some nice palms and pines. So everything to the left of me needs cleared. That's probably my 1.5 to 2 acres. So I started clearing back here to find this corner. I have only a couple of big older pines. That's one of them. So it's actually just within my border. So I think right in this vicinity here is the property line. So I've got to clear straight back through there. There should be an iron post somewhere around here marking my corner. I did pay to have it surveyed, but who knows if they really did it at all. I found a marker. So again, there's the trail. I started clearing up in here. Got my work cut out for me yet. So that's what I'm clearing out right there. And then there's a good bit of cleanup, a little bit of shaping with the, I think it's nice. The pines make it relaxing. And I will walk straight back to where my truck is again, so southwest corner. Normal walking speed. So this is the long side, just the way the property is shaped. It's not a square or a rectangle, it's kind of a trapezoid. Comes to a point in the north corner, real long along the trail side, and then shorter on the road side. There you can see my tarp there. little view of some of the area I've cleared. Well, the center section is pretty well cleared. Okay, that's it. You got the 21-minute tour of the property.